The text hit my phone on December 10th, 2 weeks before Christmas, while I was 42 floors up in the Hancock Tower wrestling Q4 projections. "Lena," Mom wrote, "we need to talk about Christmas." I set the report down. Through the glass wall, my assistant Noah paused with a folder. I waved him off and watched the typing bubble flicker. Ethan's fiancée, Clara, comes from a very prominent Boston family. The Wellingtons, old money, they'll be joining us for Christmas dinner. We think it would be better if you didn't come. I read it twice. Outside my window, the financial district shone like sharpened steel. Somewhere in that shine was the office where Ethan worked, measuring his worth in titles. I typed, "Why?" The reply arrived soft and firm. "Clara is nervous about meeting everyone. Her parents are traditional. Finance, boards, all of it. And you said you were between jobs. Aren't you still in that small place in Austin? She might ask questions. We don't want you to feel uncomfortable. It's for your own good." Between jobs. 6 months ago, while I was stepping away from my VP badge and pouring everything into my own startup, I'd used that phrase to buy quiet. They'd turned it into a verdict. I didn't correct them because correction always turned into debate, and debate always turned into me being too intense. "Understood," I wrote. "We'll do something in January." Mom sent a heart. Ethan added, "Thanks, sis. This means a lot." I flipped the phone face down and reopened my spreadsheet, but my eyes kept drifting to the manila envelope in my drawer. Forbes proof sheets. My photograph on a cover dated December 25th. Noah knocked and slipped in. "Forbes is here. Photographer, stylist, everyone." "5 minutes," I said, eyes on the city. In my inbox sat the wire confirmation from yesterday. Series C closed. $180 million, valuation $1.2 billion. Aster Diagnostics was a unicorn. I kept thinking of my mother's text. In the conference room, they clipped a mic to my lapel and aimed lenses at me like interrogation lights. I gave them the story they wanted. MIT, patent money, the months I slept on an office couch, the first hospital contract that let us breathe. When the reporter asked about family, I smiled and said, "They're proud." It wasn't a lie so much as a preview. 2 nights before Christmas, our company party flooded a seaport venue with 200 employees, and the kind of joy that comes from real bonuses. Noah handed me champagne. "They really think you're struggling." "They think I'm embarrassing," I said. Mira, my co-founder, stepped closer. "Then stop protecting their fantasy." I told them the issue date, December 25th, digital at 6 a.m. Eastern. Noah's grin turned dangerous. "And brunch is at 11. I spent the next week building guardrails. My lawyer, Dylan Hart, drafted a clean timeline showing 0 family money, 0 involvement, every source of capital accounted for. My accountant, Sonia Park, wrote a 1-page net worth summary in plain English. I printed it and locked it in my office safe beside the Forbes proof sheets. On Christmas Eve, I sent the family thread a polite spark. "Merry Christmas. Enjoy brunch tomorrow. I'll be thinking of you." At 5:45 a.m., my alarm went off. Coffee, laptop, quiet. I watched the seconds crawl towards 6. At 6 a.m., the cover went live. There I was in our lab, Boston behind me. The headline said what my family never asked: Aster Diagnostics, $1.2 billion. Texts poured in, nothing from home. At 9:47, an unknown number called. "Is this Lena Caldwell?" "Yes." "This is Eleanor Wellington, Clara's mother. Are you the founder of Aster Diagnostics?" "I am." "And you're Ethan's sister?" "Yes, ma'am." "Are you coming to brunch?" "No." "Why?" "Because I was told my presence might make people uncomfortable, that I was between jobs." Her silence lasted long enough to sting. "I see. Thank you for your honesty. Merry Christmas." She hung up. My doorbell chimed. My cousin Tessa stood outside with her phone and wide eyes. When I let her in, she took one look at my Back Bay penthouse and whispered, "So it's real." "It's real," I said. She held up the cover. "They uninvited you because they thought you'd embarrass Ethan." My phone started screaming, Mom, Dad, Ethan, so I powered it down and made coffee. We watched snow. Tessa squeezed my hand once. After Christmas, my parents arrived at my office without warning, suddenly fluent in pride. Dylan and Noah joined me. Dad talked about guidance. Mom worried about how it looks. I slid Sonia's one-page summary across the table, then Dylan's folder. Their MIT tuition repaid, plus interest. You raised me, I said. You don't get access now because strangers finally believe me. If you want a relationship, ask about my life, not my valuation. I opened the door for them, then walked back to my team, the people who'd shown up when I was nothing but a plan and a pulse.